Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see about the mole concept and some numericals concerned with the same topic. So now let's start with the first of all the basic definition, that is mole concept. See, before considering the mole concept, we should know about an atom. When you consider an atom is considered as the smallest unit. Okay, when you consider an atom, your unit, okay, which cannot be further divided. But after that, after some discoveries, scientists came to know that these atoms can also be further divided into subatomic particles, that is electrons, protons, and neutrons. So for this atom, we can use various methods of representation. When you want to represent an atom, okay, when you represent the quantity of an atom, so you can say that atom can be represented by first by the term which can be represented is the atomic number. The second term that can be used to define an atom is the atomic mass. And the third term which we are going to use to explain in this video is the mole. Now let us see what is all difference in all the three terms. When you call about the atomic number, it is defined as the number of protons that are present in an atom. And when you consider the atomic mass, the atomic mass is defined as the number of protons plus number of neutrons present in an atom. And if we consider it as a standard unit, it is defined as the 1/12 mass of the carbon atom. So all in all these are depending on the protons and neutrons. Now in this video, we are going to define one new term, that is mole. So mole is also one term that is used to depict an atom of an element. And according to mole concept, we can say that if you are defining a 1 mole of substance, then it is equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 number of particles. That means if you are picturizing an atom, considering the mole concept, so you can consider this as an atom, and this atom might be consisting of a number of particles you can imagine. So number of particles I can fill in this particular atom. So according to mole concept, it is defined as that every 1 mole of an atom consists of these specific number of particles which can't be changed. Means if you are considering 1 mole of hydrogen, then also it will consist of the same number of particles, and if you are considering 1 mole of oxygen, then also this number will not change. Hence, because of its constant value, this number has been given a name in the honor of its scientist, that is known as Avogadro constant. See, since the value is constant, it is not changing for any of the atoms. So, since it was devised by the named scientist that is known as Avogadro, it got its value as an Avogadro constant. So, if you consider the difference between an atomic mass and a mole is that somewhat it is having relation between the two concepts, but this mole concept defines and it is constant for each and every atom, whereas the atomic mass varies from one element to the other. So whenever we are calculating the mass of any substance in an equation, so In comparison to atomic mass, the more feasible term which we use for calculation is the mole, as it is constant for every element. So now let us see how this mole can be devised or relates with the atomic mass. So before that, first we have to see what do you mean by atomic mass. So in simple terms, I told you the definition, that is that atomic mass is defined as the number of protons. But for that we should know the number of we should know that number of protons and neutrons. Besides that, we should also know the mass of protons and neutrons. So apart from that, one basic definition was devised for the atomic mass, and it is defined as the mass of an element which was devised in comparison to the carbon. Okay, you might be knowing about carbon. So carbon mass is 12. So the 1/12 mass of any element, is known as its atomic mass. So if you want to calculate the atomic mass of any substance or any element, so you can calculate by this formula, that is atomic mass equals to the mass of atom of an element. Okay, so whichever element mass you want to devise, so that you have to keep for the calculating of the mass of an element. And besides that, it has to be divided, as I told you, that it is in comparison to the carbon 12, so divided by 1/12, that is mass of atom, mass of atom of carbon. So overall, if you want to calculate the mass or the atomic mass of any element, so it is defined as the mass of an atom of an element divided by 1/12 mass of the carbon atom. But this 1/12 mass of carbon atom is again devised with a new value, that is known as atomic mass unit. Okay, so this formula which I have written can be written in one more form, that is mass of atom of element, okay, divided by 1 AMU. Okay, this 1 AMU is nothing but it is defined as the atomic mass unit, and it is calculated from the value of 1/12 mass of atom of carbon. So now let us see how this atomic mass unit is calculated. Okay, so let us see the atomic mass unit, how it is calculated. So since it is defined as 1/12 mass of the carbon atom, so let us write here 1, okay, divided by 12 into. Now into here we have to write the mass of the one atom of carbon, and that is 1.9924 into 10 raised to the power minus 26. Okay, since the mass of one atom of carbon is devised as 1.9924 into 10 raised to the power minus 26, hence the overall value of AMU will be coming as 1.66 into 10 raised to the power minus 27 kg. Okay, so hence we can say that this all in all atomic mass unit is having value that is known as 1.66 into 10 raised to the power minus 27 kg. Now I can find out this value somewhat relating to Avogadro constant. Do you also? See, we have devised that mole concept is defined as 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23, right? So if you will calculate this value, or if you want to depict this value in form of Avogadro constant, can't we write it in the form of equals to 1, that is Na. Here Na is known as the Avogadro constant, right? That means if we divide 1 upon 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23, then definitely it is going to have value 1.66. So we can write this AMU also as 1 upon Na, right? So the formula which we have written for the atomic mass, okay, can be written as one more formula, that is, okay, that hence we can devise this formula as atomic mass okay, this atomic mass formula we can write mass of atom of element, okay, mass of an atom of element divided by Na, as we have calculated in our last derivation. So we can write this formula in this way also, okay, that is 1 of divided by Na. Isn't it? So we can have one more formula, that is for the atomic mass, that is mass of an atom of an element divided by Na. Okay, so this atomic mass unit is overall defined as the value like this. Okay, so now we have to devise or deal with one more term that you are coming across, is the gram atomic mass. Okay, so this gram atomic mass is also nothing different. It is defined, it is defined as, it is defined in simple terms. We can say that it is defined as the mass of 1 mole of substance. Okay, the mass of 1 mole of substance is defined as mass of 1 mole, sorry, gram atomic mass. Okay, so since we have already seen that if we want to calculate the mass of any substance, we are having this formula. So can't we write this formula in this format only? So if we substitute the value, okay, if we substitute this value, since we are considering this gram atomic mass as a mass of 1 mole of substance, so we can write this above formula only for the gram atomic mass. Okay, so this gram atomic mass can be written as, okay, mass of atom of element, okay, mass of an atom of element, then As per the above formula, we have to write here also Na. And since it is considered the mass of 1 mole of substance, so here we have to multiply the value Na. So hence this Na will be cancelled and the gram atomic mass overall will be defined as the mass of an atom of an element. Okay, because every time the three words come in our mind, that is atomic mass, gram atomic mass, and atomic mass unit. So I hope now you might have got some idea how these three values relate and why the three values are having or three formulas are having the same values. Okay, so now let us do one questions regarding this. I hope this is now clear to everyone. Now let us do one question that one question I'm writing. Question 1 is, what is the mass of one atom of chlorine? Okay, this is my first question, that is, what is the mass of one atom of chlorine? Now my second question is, what is the atomic mass? Okay, what is the atomic mass of chlorine? Right. And the third question is, what is the gram atomic mass of chlorine? See, here you can see all the three different terms that we have utilized, okay, in our previous slides. Now let us solve one by one. Now the first, the mass of one atom of chlorine. Okay, so mass of one atom of chlorine is already we are knowing, that is 35.5 AMU. Okay, that is already calculated. So this is our answer for the first question. Now let us go for the second one. Here it is asking what is the atomic mass. Now we are having the formula atomic mass equals to mass of one atom of chlorine. Okay, so this is known as the one mass of one atom of chlorine, and that was divided by 1 AMU. We have devised the formula now, 1 AMU. That was 1 upon 12 mass of the carbon atom. So we can use this formula here. So what will be its atomic mass? So the atomic mass will be equals. So we can put the mass of one atom of chlorine as 35.5, that is divided by 1. So hence, what will be the value? The value will be 35.5. So this will be the atomic mass of the chlorine. Now let us look for the third question. Now third question is, what is the gram atomic mass of the chlorine? Okay, we have the formula now. Gram atomic mass equals to, we were having the formula, okay, mass of atom, right, mass of atom into Na, that is Avogadro value, divided by Na. Okay, the formula we have already seen. So we will be using this formula right now. So this Na value will be calculated, and since the mass value we already know, so what it will be 35.5 gram. Okay, so this will be the answer. So here you can see whatever we are considering, whether it can be the mass of one atom of fluorine, atomic mass of fluorine, or gram atomic mass of fluorine. All the three values are equal, but there is a slight difference in the definition of each and every term. That is, the mass of one atom of fluorine is defined as in atomic mass unit, that is 35.5. Okay, the second atomic mass is defined as the mass of one atom divided by the 1 AMU value, that is 1/12 of the mass of the carbon atom. And the last is the gram atomic mass, and this gram atomic mass, one second, this gram atomic mass, okay, it is defined as the mass of atom into Na divided by Na. So it will be having the same value. So this was the three terms that you will come across when you have to calculate the number of moles in any of the elements. Okay, now after this atomic mass, now let us come across one new term, that is molecular mass. I hope everyone might be knowing about the molecular mass, because when we are considering an atom, so we are not confirmed that every time this atoms will be existing in a single form. So when these atoms combine, okay, so they forms a molecule, and this molecule mass is known as molecular mass. Okay, so these formulas for the molecular mass will be same as that of atomic, but the term will be displaced by the molecules. Okay, so wherever we were considering the atomic mass, here now it will come the molecular mass. So the first formula for the molecular mass will be molecular mass equals to, there it was the mass of an atom of an element. Okay, so here will be the mass of one molecule. Okay, one molecule of substance. Okay, mass of one molecule of substance, and below we were writing here 1/12. Okay, so here also we were writing the same 1/12, and then we were writing mass of atom of carbon. Okay, the same formula that we were writing for the atomic mass, it will be same as that for molecule also. So this will be the 1/12 mass of the carbon. Okay, the value, but the difference which will be that in place of atomic mass, we have to utilize the molecular mass here. So similarly, since we know that this 1/12 mass can be replaced by the term that is 1 AMU, so the formula can be written as, here we can write it as a mass of one molecule of substance. Okay, one mass of one molecule of substance divided by 1 AMU, as same as that of atomic mass. Okay, so the thing will be the same for both the things. So we can calculate with the same formula for the gram molecular mass, as that we were considering for the gram atomic mass. Here we will consider the gram molecular mass. Okay, now its formula will be same that as that for atom. So here we will write mass of one molecule of substance okay, one molecule of substance, and since it is of 1 mole, so it will be written here as 1/Ma. and the value will be divided by Na. As it was being calculated there, here also it will be having the same concept. Okay, so this will be the formula for the gram molecular mass. Now let us do one question also related to this. Okay, so same, I will write one question. First is what is the mass of one molecule of HNO3? Okay, now second, what is the molecular mass of HNO3? Now third question, what is the what is the gram molecular mass of HNO3? Okay, these are our three questions as we have solved earlier. Now this time also we are going to solve like that only. We have to use the formula molecule of HNO3. So I hope you all might be knowing how to calculate the mass of one molecule of HNO3. So since the mass of hydrogen is 1, so for this first let us calculate the 1 plus nitrogen's mass is 14, then plus oxygen mass is 16, then into 3. Okay, so by calculating the overall value, I hope you can calculate this, and the overall mass that will be coming here is 63. Okay, the 63 AMU will be the, you can say, HNO3. Now let us go for the second question, that is what is the molecular mass of HNO3? So molecular mass of HNO3, let us do the see the formula first. Molecular mass. Okay, molecular mass, we are having formula mass of one molecule of substance. Okay, molecular mass equals to mass